Teenagers at work. 1. Which of these jobs do you think are suitable for teenagers? Babysitter, cleaner, farmer, paperboy or girl, shop assistant, waiter or waitress. 2. Complete the text about child labor laws in America with these words. Chores, declared, employed, employment, exempt, hazardous, limited, limits, owned, youth. 3. What do you know about labour laws in your country? Are they similar to the ones in exercise 2? Activity 4. Read the instruction. Read an extract from Fast Food Nation, The Dark Side of the All-American Meal. As you read, think about child labour laws and find 2 examples of American labour laws being broken. Match the words in A and B to make collocations from the extract. Match words in A and to the extract. Then find them in the extract and guess their meanings from the context. Match A and B. One feels groggy, significa sentirse cansado o medio dormido. Do the morning shift, significa turno de la mañana. 3 packets of condiments, paquetitos de salsa. 4 takes orders. Is wiped out, significa sakes, flops onto the living room couch, significa dejarse caer en el sofá. 7 long past midnight, mucho después, bragged about his skill, presumía de su habilidad. Activity 6. Answer the questions about the extract. Question 1. At the beginning of the extract, Elisa is described as bright-eyed and ready for another day of work. How is she described at the end of her shift? Question 2. What effect does the repetitive use of they have in the second paragraph? Question 3. How does the author imply that Elisa hasn't had a break at work? Question 4. Why do you think the author has chosen to use the words bragged and eager to describe the teenager's use of dangerous equipment? What do you think? Question 1. How true is the situation in the extract for your country? Question 2. At what age should children be allowed to work? Question 3. What are the pros and cons of teens working? Question 4. Are there any jobs children should or shouldn't do? Question 5. In what circumstances should or shouldn't children be allowed? Project. Imagine you are in charge of child labour laws in your country. Write a list of rules and regulations protecting children from being exploited in the workplace. Think about the age children should be allowed to work, types of jobs they should be allowed to do, hours they should be allowed to work.
Page 22, Exercise 2.
Minimum age standards for employment. Children of any age are generally permitted to work for businesses entirely owned by their parents, except Those under age 16 may not be employed in mining or manufacturing, and no one under 18 may be employed in any occupation the Secretary of Labor has declared to be hazardous. 18. Once a youth reaches 18 years of age, he or she is no longer subject to the federal youth employment provisions. 16. Basic minimum age for employment. 16 and 17-year-olds may be employed for unlimited hours in any occupation other than those declared hazardous by the Secretary of Labor. 14. Young persons of 14 and 15 years of age may be employed outside school hours in a variety of non-manufacturing and non-hazardous jobs for limited periods of time and under specified conditions. Child Labor Regulation Number 3 limits the hours and the times of day that 14 and 15-year-olds may work to outside school hours, no more than 3 hours on a school day, including Fridays, no more than 8 hours on a non-school day, no more than 18 hours during a week when school is in session, no more than 40 hours during a week when school is not in session, between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., except between June 1st and Labor Day, when the evening hour is extended to 9 p.m. Under 14. Children under 14 years of age may not be employed in non-agricultural occupations. Permissible employment for such children is limited to work that is exempt from the Fair Labor Standards Act, FLSA, such as delivering newspapers and acting. Children may also perform work not covered by the FLSA, such as completing minor chores around private homes or casual babysitting.
Pages 22 and 23. Exercise 4.
Teens at work. Every Saturday, Elisa Zamet gets up at 5:15 in the morning. It's a struggle, and her head feels groggy as she steps into the shower. By 5:30, Elisa's showered, done her hair, and put on her uniform. She's 16, bright-eyed and olive-skinned, pretty and petite, ready for another day of work. Elisa's mother usually drives her the half-mile or so to the restaurant, but sometimes Elisa walks, leaving home before the sun rises. When Elisa arrives at the restaurant, the manager unlocks the door and lets her in. For the next hour or so, the two of them get everything ready. They turn on the ovens and grills. They go downstairs into the basement and get food and supplies for the morning shift. They get the paper cups, wrappers, cardboard containers, and packets of condiments. They step into the big freezer and get the frozen bacon, the frozen pancakes, and the frozen cinnamon rolls. They get the frozen hash browns, the frozen biscuits. They get the cartons of scrambled egg mix and orange juice mix. They bring the food upstairs and start preparing it before any customers appear, thawing some things in the microwave and cooking other things on the grill. They put the cooked food in special cabinets to keep it warm. The restaurant opens for business at 7 o'clock. As the place starts to get busy, other employees arrive. Elisa works behind the counter. She takes orders and hands food to customers from breakfast through lunch. When she finally walks home, after 7 hours of standing at a cash register, her feet hurt. She's wiped out. She comes through the front door, flops onto the living room couch, and turns on the TV. And the next morning, she gets up at 5:15 again and starts the same routine. During my interviews with local high school kids, I heard numerous stories of 15-year-olds working 12-hour shifts at fast food restaurants and 16-year-olds working long past midnight. George, a former fast food employee, told me that he sometimes helped close the restaurant, staying there until 2 or 3 in the morning. He was 16 at the time. Tommy, a 17-year-old, bragged about his skill with the electric tomato dicer, a machine that should have been off limits. "I'm like an expert at using that thing," he said, "'cause I'm the only one that knows how to work it." He also uses the deep fryer, another labor code violation. None of these teenagers had been forced to break the law. On the contrary, they seemed eager to do it.